This Minecraft Bedrock mob XP farm is super easy to build and will give you tons of good loot and experience within only minutes of AFKing, so build it right now. First of all, let's talk about biomes. Generally speaking, you can build this farm wherever you want, so in every biome apart from lakes and rivers. I recommend building it above an ocean for the highest rates. Once you found a good spot, you want to go into your world settings and there make sure that you have the show coordinates settings on. Then you want to go ahead and stack up some blocks all the way to Y level 150 and you can use all the blocks that you want for this building. Now we are also gonna add some ladders at the side of this pillar so that we can easily access the top of the pillar. And once you're all the way back at the top, what you wanna do is to stand on top of the pillar and extend out by 3 into this direction and then by 5 into this direction right here. And this should give you a 6 by 4 rectangle. And let's just fill in all the blocks for the entire rectangle so you have a 4 by 6 platform. After this, you want to go to the back side and count down 1, 2, 3 blocks, and here at the third one, you want to place a double chest. After doing this, you want to place one hopper above each of these 2 chests, and then 2 more hoppers behind the first 2 hoppers like this. Next, you want to stand in front of the chest and you want to sneak and place 2 slabs in these 2 positions in front of the hoppers, and this way you can still open the chest when building the farm. Now what you want to do is to place blocks all the way around the entire thing. Make sure to leave the front side open and put a second layer on top of that thing. And as the next step, we're gonna go ahead and build a Trident killer on this surface. In order to do this, what you want to do is to place a piston in this position and then place pistons every other block so you end up having this windmill shape. Then what you want to do is to place redstone torches at the outside of the piston. So you want to place them in the corner of the Trident killer. You want to do this on all 4 pistons like this. And after doing this, we're also going to need 4 more observers. And you want to place the observer facing this way, so with the arrow pointing towards the piston. Again, you want to do this on all 4 sides. As the following step, you want to take a lever and place it at the front side at this piston right here. If you flick it, then it should spin around 1 time, and if you flick it a second time, this redstone clock should fire infinitely. You want to flick this off for now and throw in a trident. 1 will be enough for our case. As the next step, what you want to do is to take some solid blocks again and just put a rim on top of our Trident killer. Once you finish the first layer, you want to put a second layer on top, again going all the way around the entire thing. Then you want to stand on top of one edge of that Trident killer and you want to extend out by 7 blocks. So 5, 6, 7. Then you want to do this on all 3 other edges as well. Now you should have a star shape like this, and as the next thing, you want to connect all these 4 lines to a square. Once we got that square set up, we want to fill in all the blocks so we have a solid platform to stand on. Make sure to leave these 4 blocks above the Trident killer open. As you can see, I finished up this square platform and this will be the floor for our mob farm. As the next step, what you want to do is to place 1 block at the side. You can choose either side of the square and then go up by 1. Now break that temporary block. And as the next step, you want to build a ring all the way around the platform. Make sure that it has an offset of 1 block at all points. With these blocks, you want to go all the way around, and once you've finished a first layer, you want to put a second layer on top, again going all the way around. And also, you want to make sure that these are solid blocks, so no blocks that can let light pass through. Now that we got a neat wall for our mob farm, you can come to the middle of the farm and then you want to break these 4 blocks. These 4 blocks should be right at the corner at the Trident killer. You want to replace them with magma blocks. And then you want to pick one of the magma blocks and go out by 3. So 1, 2, 3 blocks. And replace it with a magma block as well. Do that again, so a magma block right here. And also 1 block away, and it looks like this. Then you want to do this on all 4 sides. Now we already got a cross with magma blocks every 3 blocks, and now you want to finish up the entire grid by placing blocks in the corners as well, This should look something like this, and you want to do this for all 3 other corners as well. Once you finished it up, take a look and check whether you placed every magma block that you have to. You should have placed 36 magma blocks, so 6 by 6. As the next step, we want to cover every single one of these magma blocks with a trapdoor. This should be looking like this, and you want to do this with every of these magma blocks. Here we are, and now as the next step, you want to place one scaffolding on top of every single block where there is no magma block and trapdoor. This is because in scaffoldings, mobs will still be able to spawn, but we can place water streams above. Now it's quite a lot of work to place all these scaffoldings, but it will definitely be worth it in the end, and I'm already finished with this step. Now that we got all the scaffolding set up, we can start filling in the water streams. And in order to do this, what you want to do is to go to one corner of your choice. There, what you want to do is to place 3 blocks like this, then 2, and then 1 more, so you end up having this triangle shape. You want to do this to all 3 other corners as well. And after you did that to every single corner, you want to put another rim on top of our ring all the way around the entire farm. But make sure not to place another layer of blocks on top of the 4 triangles in the corner. We won't need that, and this would disturb our water streams. Now you want to go ahead and take out some water buckets, and you can place yourself an infinite water source out here outside the farm, or you can just take it from the ocean if you want to. You would have to place 2 water buckets in these spots, and you will have infinite water to fill in all the water streams. First of all, you want to place water in all of these blocks, so beginning at one triangle at one side and ending at the other one, so right here. Then you want to do this on all 4 sides. Now, in addition to that, what you want to do is to place water in all 4 corners on top of the 4 triangle shapes. And this will give us a perfect water stream with all the water flowing perfectly to the edge of the Trident killer. If this is not the case for you, you messed up some of the lengths of the platform or maybe the water streams, so check the video again if you'd messed this up. But if you did everything correctly, you can go ahead with the next step. This is to place 1 block on top of the wall. You can do this wherever you want, and then go 1 block inside, remove that temporary block, and then you want to place a roof all above the water streams. Now, this is one mob farm cell finished, and you could theoretically use the farm already, but I recommend putting more layers on top. 4 layers, so 3 added to this one would be my recommendation. This will give you a very high rate, but it's not that difficult and expensive to build. It just takes some time to place all the blocks. Now, how do you put another layer on top of this one? The first thing that you want to do is to find the middle of that layer, and you want to break the 4 middle blocks that are above the Trident killer, so all the mobs that spawn at the higher levels can also drop down into the Trident killer. Then this right here, so the roof of the first layer is also the floor of the second layer, and you just have to go ahead and repeat the step that I have shown you, outgoing from the platform that you created. In the end, this will be looking something like this. As you can see, I built the 4-layer version. Now, you don't have to do this. You can do this with 2, 3, or just 1 layer, but I don't recommend going above level 4. Now, however you decide, you also have to spawn-proof the top. For this, just use regular torches and just enlighten everything on top of here. You don't have to spam all these torches, because since a recent update, the mob spawning has been changed so that the mobs can only spawn with no light at all. So this will be enough lighting for our case. Now, last but definitely not least, we also have to create a good AFK spot for us to stand on while using the farm. Because if you would be standing right here, mobs won't spawn as frequent as with the AFK spot that I will be showing you. So in order to build this one, I recommend standing on top of this platform in front of the chest and look at your Y coordinate. This is 150 in my case, and you want to subtract 22, which will give you a Y coordinate of 128. And you want to go down your letters, and you want to go to that coordinate, and there you just want to build a small platform that is right underneath of our Trident killer. So like this, centered with the center of the mob farm. If you want to, you can build yourself a small base right here. I also recommend lighting it up so no mobs can spawn right here. And then you can already go ahead and use the farm. If you want to do this, what you have to do is to go up the ladders, and now to activate the farm you just have to flick on this lever right here, and this will kill all the mobs automatically. You just have to stand on top of your AFK spot for the farm to run with the best rates. If you want to get even better rates, you just want to take a sword with the looting 3 enchantment. And now let's just wait for 5 minutes to check our results. Now I waited for 5 minutes and let's check what we got. As you can see, we got a good amount of bones, arrows, gunpowder, which is very important, rotten flesh, some bows, a carrot even, an iron ingot, and also some loot from the witches that died in the farm. Of course, the longer you AFK, the more items you will get, so if you do this overnight, then this will give you an insane amount, and you would even have to build a larger storage system. Now in the end, if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications, then you won't miss any further content, and I appreciate all of your support. Let's see us again in the next one. See ya!